an old house, it does not have a mouse. Hooray, hooray, hooray. We're turning it into a farm. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now let's get this farm on the road and start with the 4th episode. Olay!
The last week at our city homestead has been amazing. This week, we continued to work on our fence, hung thrift store curtains for privacy while we're working, secured our windows, and little Lotus decorated the living room with some of her paintings. We're walking upon our little shotgun house in Jacksonville, Florida, the one we're turning into an urban homestead. This is our second tour. I want to give you an idea of some of the things that we've worked on over the last week. This is the plywood that we took off of the windows. All of the windows were actually covered in plywood, and now we've cleaned them up a little bit so they don't have to be covered. And these are our little plants that we're growing. These are our first crops, our first little container crops. This is lettuce, a mesclun mix. This second one is zucchini, and the third one is spinach. Let's go inside. So this is the living room. We're still working on it, but the work that we've done so far just makes it easier and more comfortable to hang out while we do work. So this is the living room. Ethisa's hung up a bunch of her artwork so she can feel more comfortable here. There's the floor. We have a little seating area. We took out this wall that was here. So we took the wall out to give ourselves a little more light.
See? You can run right through that.
Yeah. Let's go down the hall. As we do more work, this will be my room. And if you remember in our last video, this was actually our storage room, but we've decided to move the storage room to the other bedroom because it needs more work. This room, in this room, the walls and the ceiling are intact. So we're going to fix this room first. And there's the fireplace that we uncovered. Pretty amazing. We're gonna take this closet out, but for now we're just using it for a little bit of storage. There's our manual washing machine that we'll be able to show in another video called the Wonder Wash. It's pretty amazing. There's our dog Nala. She's our watchdog.
That's Becky, right? She bit me.
These are the planks that we're going to use for our fence. They actually came from the wall that we deconstructed, and the fence that we're building is a temporary fence because we're actually having a professional one built soon. Actually, the city is having it built because they're replacing our soil. This whole neighborhood, there's one broken window. There are 2 broken windows in the house out of 7. This whole neighborhood has contaminated soil. There was some type of waste burning that happened here decades ago, and so they found out that the soil is contaminated, and so it's being replaced. So when it gets replaced, our fence will be replaced too. But this has become our storage room because it needs a lot of work. See, there's a hole in the ceiling. Actually, not a hole, but a place where the plaster needs to be replaced. Right there. So this is where we keep all the tools that we use: ladder, shovel, potting soil, and the wood that we gather from things that we take down, like the wall we took down. Now we'll go into the kitchen. We've done a lot of work in the kitchen over the last week. Pretty exciting. There's our table and chairs. Our table also doubles as a counter because it's a tile top table. And our little plant. And we got these really nice shelving units. This one and this one. So we have a sort of pseudo sink and a counter and a place to put our manual juicer, hang pots, chopping board, and when our dishes are dry, we can put them on the top and store other things down below. We've got our fruit here in plastic containers, and other things we need, like a sprouting jar, spiral slicer, and an all-purpose cleaner from Mrs. Meyer's, and a fancy laundry detergent from Caldrea that I can't wait to use. And this is our kitchen window. Our backyard. It's a beautiful backyard. There are a lot of trees in the back, so it's shaded even on really hot days. And that's our compost pile. That's the compost, the leaves and other things that we gathered that was already in the yard when we moved here. We're not going to use that compost on food, we're just allowing it to decompose. This is our security door. It's not installed yet, it's just leaning up against the wall. This doorway doesn't even have a door, but we wanted to get a security door so that, you know, so we can be secure in here when we decide to move in. So we picked this one up at a junkyard for 40 bucks, and it's the old kind that's really, really strong and sturdy. So our next projects will be to continue to secure the house. We covered the windows halfway with this interesting metal lath or a mesh, and that seems to be working pretty well. The windows are high up off the ground, so we just wanted to install a deterrent that would make anyone have to that wanted to get into the house have to work really hard.